Welcome to the exciting and new podcast. This is a mini, and I'm Jason.
I'm Andy.
I'm Dana.
And I'm Brian.
Oh my God.
That's right, people. That's not a recording. Brian, welcome back.
Thank you.
I said to Jason today, I was like, this might be my favorite podcast ever right now, doing this today. Here.
Oh, well, thank you.
It is also, you'll be happy to know, the 201st podcast.
Yeah. Wow.
That we,
200 episodes that are out there right now.
Damn.
Isn't that crazy?
That is
To
crazy.
think that we have 200 episodes.
And
out
we've still
there.
earned $0 for all this hard
Yeah,
work.
and we just have the same amount of followers.
Yeah, everybody, we got like that first week. That's it. That's all we got.
And we don't even have those guys anymore. I don't even hear from our old friends.
Oh yeah, I think Kevin is pissed that you're no longer on it. He's never.
Yeah, he stopped.
Come
He
back.
stopped talking
Oh,
to us
really?
after. Yeah.
So you have to come back. We're gonna gaslight you into
You can
coming
come back
Yeah,
on
right?
a limited basis if
Yeah,
you want,
yeah, yeah.
you know?
Exactly.
We want you back. I want you
Yeah.
back. I want you back.
You got Andy singing to you, so that shows you how much he wants you back.
I can hear that.
The only thing I watched this week that's of any interest to anybody out there is I watched that David Tell special,
Hot
the
Cross
Hot Cross
Buns,
Buns
yeah.
on Netflix.
That's
That
so good.
was awesome. I love David
I
Tell.
saw an interview with him, and he said that it was only 40 minutes or 39
Yeah, it's
minutes,
very
whatever it was,
short.
because that's how many years he's been doing comedy. He said so he did a minute per. That's why he did that many minutes.
I did notice that there was like post credits, like him going into the crowd and doing stuff. So I was
That's
like, I guess
that bump and mics thing that he
Yeah.
used to do with Jeff Ross.
yeah. That was good. Yeah.
David Tell, you ever listen to or know who he is? A
I know.
comedian?
I know David.
He's got a
Tell.
sketch
I've never listened
special
to
on Netflix. It's really good. Yeah.
Oh.
And it's short, 40 minutes. You can get that done. And that's really it. I had a very nice Easter. I went to Brian's house and they
Oh,
did
that
an
sounds
Easter egg
nice.
hunt.
Did you find any?
I don't participate
Oh,
because
okay.
it's a lot of bending over and doing stuff, and I'm like, oh, I'd rather not.
Christine was trying to trick you into participating.
They had a Eagles with the Eagles
like
champagne
champagne,
bottle.
yeah.
The bottle that Doug got me for poker one night with the Giants logo on it. Christine got the Eagles one,
Oh,
and
okay,
she
yeah,
wanted
yeah.
me to win that. And then she thought better of it because she knew I'd just bash it over. I'd just throw it on the ground.
I think you would still drink it first, though, right?
No, I would not. This is piss.
Well, let's see. I watched Is It Cake season 3. I finished that. I love that show.
I watched an episode of that.
I watched 3 episodes.
I got like caught up in it
Yeah.
and just kept going. I didn't even stop it. I was just like, yeah, go ahead.
I'm trying to think of who the
Was
special
laying
guest
there. I
was
was
now.
like-
I watched one with the guest. Oh man, I'm drawing a blank of who the guest.
They had a
was.
lot of
I saw it.
SNL people.
Jay Farrow- Jay Farrow?
Jay Farrow was one.
Isn't it Mikey Day's the host?
Mikey
Yeah.
Day's the host, yeah.
I'm not gonna remember who the guest was that I saw.
Both me and Dana watched Lisa Frankenstein over there on Peacock.
Oh.
It was,
really
it was a
good.
stupid movie,
Yeah.
but it was fun, you know?
I liked it.
I watched it because Carla Gugino was in it. I love her.
Who's she?
I can't tell you what she was in.
So-
she's been in she's like a character actor.
Yeah, she's in a lot of like horror stuff. Like she was in the Mike Flanagan did Gerard's Game.
Gerald's Game. Oh,
Gerald's Game.
Is
She's
she
the
in
girl.
that?
Yeah, she's
Oh, I know her
the
from
woman.
that. Okay,
Yeah.
all right.
But you
and
saw her
she's
in
been in a
like
lot of
old
other
TV
stuff.
shows probably
Yeah.
back in the day.
Yeah, she's been in a ton of. I think I've talked about Mike Flanagan stuff before. She's in every single thing he does.
Are they married or is that just his muse?
He has this group of 10 people that he just puts
that's
in
cool
everything.
when people do that.
Yeah.
Like Christopher Guest does that, and
Yeah.
yeah, okay, for sure, yeah. And I'm sure
Oh,
I know
yeah.
her from like 10 different things. I just can't think of
Yeah,
what.
Gary Marshall used to put somebody in all his movies. Hector Elizondo is in everything Gary Marshall's ever
Okay.
done.
Oh.
Yeah.
It was pretty good. And then the a girl that Michelle and I know from a ton of things is the main character
Yeah,
She's
in this one.
Frankenstein. Lisa Frankenstein.
She
I was
is Lisa
surprised for a
Frankenstein, yeah.
PG-13 movie. It got pretty dark in some
Yeah.
parts. I thought.
I heard it
So-
was gruesome.
Yeah. It was,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was really
Is
good.
it
That was
Lisa
fun.
Frankenstein. Is it like a Frankenstein type movie? Is that
Yeah.
why?
It's a
so it's like
sort
four
of a
things.
It's a
So it's
spin-off
like four
Frankenstein.
things, which I still
Yeah.
haven't seen, but
Yeah.
She hangs out in a cemetery all the time, and she's always touching it. And she says, "What? I wish you were here," or "I wish I was there with you," kind of like they were together, kind of thing. And then she gets electrocuted, and her
Yeah, there's like a storm one night. The statue above his grave gets struck by lightning. So of course, then he comes back.
that's That's how Jason came back in Friday the 13th.
Yeah, same premise.
6.
I thought you
There you
meant
go.
me at
Oh,
first.
yeah. Jason
Yeah.
always comes back. Sorry,
but it was
Jason
good.
Voorhees.
It was good.
Another special I watched, the comic Dan Soder called On the Road. It's on YouTube. He released a special on YouTube. Really good. And I watched the new Ghostbusters is Frozen Empire. That's in the theater right now. I watched the one from a couple years earlier, Afterlife, the first one with Paul Rudd. So yeah, I have that one. I enjoyed it. For a Ghostbusters
I never
movie,
saw that
it has the kid from Stranger Things in
Yeah,
it.
Finn
He's in the new
Finn
one too,
Wolfhard's
right?
in it. Yep.
Okay.
And Paul Rudd's in it, and it was fun.
Yeah.
I had a good time with it, and like I told him, Harold Ramis is in it quite a bit too. So
Oh, really?
Which makes
is
no sense because
interesting.
he died like 10 years ago. But
Yeah.
I was telling Andy the other day.
CGI, they did really well with
What's
it. I
Ernie,
thought.
Ernie Hudson?
Ernie Hudson's in it, yeah.
He's 78.
Have you seen him?
Yeah, he's ripped.
He's ripped. I know. He looks
But
phenomenal.
he's 78
I
years
know.
old. I saw that recently. I can't believe that he is 78. and
He
he's
doesn't
just like,
look
he's
it at
jacked.
all. I would say he looks late 50s, maybe early 60s, but he's just buff. He
Black
looks amazing.
don't crack.
That's right.
Yeah, but they do get saggy, and that doesn't explain
not,
him.
not for him. Yeah.
Nope, not at all.
People tell me I look like I'm in my late 50s, early 60s, too.
Well,
I
there you
get pissed
go.
at them. I'm like, that hurts.
That's all I have for this week.
I, again, also watched Is It Cake 3 episodes and Lisa Frankenstein. And the only other thing I watched, and we watched the entire season, it was a miniseries called Apples Never Fall with Annette Bening and Sam Neill, Alison Brie, and I forget
Damn.
the guy's name from, he was in The Office. I think he was in The Menu. He was in the first season of White Lotus. He was the guy who was mad about his hotel room the whole time. He was on his
Oh, the,
honeymoon.
the one that was married to Ariana,
Yeah.
Ariana
I didn't watch
Dario.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, yeah. Okay,
he was
that
in
guy,
it.
yeah.
And then a bunch of other people that I don't
I
think
don't
I
think
knew.
he was in the menu. I think you're thinking Nicholas Holt in that.
Maybe, yeah, because they kind of look alike. I think I
The
always
guy
get
from
them
The Office
confused.
was the guy that was in
Holt
White
from
Lotus.
Yeah.
Renfield. Remember
Yep, yep.
Renfield?
Yes,
That was
yeah,
good,
same,
yeah.
yeah, same,
Yeah.
the same guy.
I think they're the same
I like the
person.
menu.
They
That was a
do
good
kinda look
movie.
the same.
Yeah. Now I got to Google the other guy.
Did you
see what
watch
he looks
that,
like.
The Menu? I like that
I did.
movie,
Yeah, I liked it too. I don't think Tara liked it. I think she thought it was really dumb, but I
Really?
liked it.
I
Oh
like
my
that
God,
one a
we
lot.
just
Yeah.
watched when my mom was here a couple of weeks ago. We watched it again because I was like, "You got to watch this movie." And my mom's like, "Is it messed up?" I'm like, "Oh,
Yeah.
it's messed up."
Did you like it?
Yeah, I think she did.
That's
Yeah.
good. Yeah.
She kept like it was one of those. She kept asking, "So you saw this, right? What's going to happen?" I'm like, "Shut up, just watch the movie."
That's the worst. If somebody wants you to tell them, like, just watch it.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
You'll find out in the next like hour and a half. All your
That
questions.
movie moved pretty quick, so
Yeah.
if I remember. So yeah.
But that's all that I got.
Brian, we're all sitting here just waiting to hear what you have to talk about.
Well, I watched one that I've been waiting for, Korean. It's called Chicken Nugget.
So you're still on the whole
Oh,
Korean
I was seeing
thing.
chicken nugget. Is the picture of them looking into a microwave and is the girl a chicken nugget?
Well, it's a special box. And
Okay.
if you say or think of something specific, you turn into that. And
Okay.
the girl got in the box and a chicken nugget fell. And she was like, "Chicken nugget." And then she turned into a chicken nugget.
This is Korean.
Yes, yes.
Is this a second season of something or?
No, this is the first season. And it's all popular actresses. Like, this is the fourth thing I've seen the girl in.
And what's her name?
I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. There you go.
I was hoping he had the name because if he did, I was going to be like, "That's impressive."
Son something.
And her father was, he was in a really popular one called Moving, which is like heroes.
With Richard
but
Pryor?
Korean.
Movie? Remember that movie?
I don't.
That had a young, the girl from Stacey Dash, a young Stacey
Stacey
Dash.
Oh, really?
Oh, wow.
Wow.
Yeah, Moving.
I didn't know Stacey Dash was doing Korean movies now, but okay.
No, that's my movie.
Well, that was a great series.
So Brian, it's been
Did you
like,
finish it?
I did.
Yeah.
It's been a couple of months since you've been on. By couple, I mean like 6. Are you still watching Korean shows all the time? Is that like what you do
Not
still?
all the time, but I'm watching one with Christine, Queen of Tears. I don't know if you've
I
seen
think
that
she
one.
told me that one.
And then tonight I'll finish Backstreet Rookie. Which
That's
is,
you're watching by yourself, that one?
Yeah, that one I'm watching by myself. That's actually the main actress in that was the girl from Chicken Nugget.
I love that it's
title's
a chicken nugget.
And then my
Did she get
non-Korean
eaten?
show.
I'm never gonna watch it. Did she get
No,
eaten?
don't. I might. I'm kind of intrigued now.
Is there dipping sauce?
I didn't know what it was about. I just kept seeing the picture under "You Might Like," and it was a view of them, two guys. I thought they were looking through a microwave, and there was like a chicken nugget, but it had a woman's face on it. I didn't know it was a chicken nugget, but it was food. I don't think I could tell, so that must have been it.
Oh my God, Cameron!
Is that his first time making it onto the podcast? I think it
Yeah.
was
First time. I think he came down here one time. We were out there, and he came running
All
down.
right.
But so now that she's a chicken nugget, can she not?
She can't communicate.
She can't. Okay, she has no mouth, so she's just a chicken
She's
nugget.
literally a
So
chicken
she
nugget.
can't turn from that then, right? She's stuck as that?
Well, there's a whole I don't want to spoil it.
I am
Yeah, I'm totally
actually
gonna watch
kind
it.
of intrigued now because I was like,
Yeah.
I hope she
I
gets
think
eaten.
that
but,
sounds really
oh my God,
funny.
don't get eaten.
I might go watch the trailer.
Definitely watch the trailer. And then the non-Korean show, it's an old show that I didn't even know existed.
We
It's
had a
called-
guy sitting in that chair last week that was talking about Columbo, dude. So you're not going that old.
And he was young.
And he was
Yeah.
young, yeah.
This was from 2015. It won 4 seasons
2014?
on Awesomeness TV, and it's called Betch, and it's these 5 young girl comedians.
We should have known that.
Is it like
Young
Betch?
girl.
Like, what are you doing? Betch? Like that? Is that
yeah,
where
like
Betch from?
Stop trying to make fetch a thing.
It's girl sketch comedy, so they came up with Betch as the name.
Anybody we know?
Probably not. Lauren Elizabeth,
You know,
Madeline
say
Shearer,
from.
Monica Shearer, Madeline Whitby,
Kahn?
and
Madeline
her sister Audrey Whitby.
So far, you're
Oh, that is.
you're O for all those names.
They're influencers, but they're very funny.
Yeah.
Zoe 102. Did you watch Zoe 102? So the two
Wait,
main
that's the,
girls
that was
from
the
that.
sequel to Zoe 101, right?
Yeah. The
didn't know
two
there was a
main
Zoe
girls
102.
from Betch
Zoe 101 was
wrote
just
I saw
recent.
that.
I only know that recently from Quiet on Set.
Yeah, it was
That Jamie Lynn
Lynn
Spears.
Spears.
Right? Yeah.
And Victoria Justice.
Did you watch that documentary?
Or no.
No,
Quiet
not
on the
yet.
Set?
Not yet.
That's a good
April
one.
7th is when that bonus episode's coming out.
Oh, so it's not
Yeah,
out
it's
yet.
not out
Oh,
yet.
okay.
Yeah, because I went looking for it. I was like, I didn't know there was out when you
Yeah.
said it. So, but it said April 7th.
I also
so.
didn't see it live. Michelle just said
Yeah.
there's a bonus episode. I'm like,
So
okay.
then that's this Sunday.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
I don't know if it's. I think they said wait till you see who steps forward now.
Oh,
So there could be a
let's
wow.
go, Miranda Cosgrove.
That's why I hope it's a
step
big
up to the
name,
plate.
man. I hope it's a big name. I really
Wow.
do because I really don't think Drake Bell got the justice that he
No.
deserves. I really
you
I
see
really
any of those
wish
shows?
well for the kid. I like want
I
him to
watched
get a new
all
show.
the shows. Yeah.
No. Did you watch the documentary, the recent
the
documentary?
documentary,
Oh, okay,
no.
where they talk about not just the inappropriate workplace action, but the really disgusting shit that went on with some of these
And some
poor
of the-
kids
yeah.
that
Oh no,
had no choice. Well,
I know what happened with Drake just
Yeah.
from reading it, but
Yeah.
I didn't know
He
any
told
of
his
that.
story in this, and then a few other people talked about Dan Schneider, but his stuff wasn't so much like molesting or touching or anything like that. It was more like being a dickhead.
Yeah,
boss.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think
Shitty boss.
Dan Schneider kind of lucked. I don't want to say lucked out, but he did luck out because there was a worse story to be told.
Yeah, the Brian Peck story.
Yeah, and even that other guy, Jason something.
Oh, easy.
Sorry. He was like
The guy got
sending.
struck by
He was
lightning?
sending pictures.
Yeah.
Yes.
That was the one that
to
sent the
little
full
girls.
nude to that girl.
Yeah.
And her mom said,
Yeah,
this is
yeah.
great. You know, we're getting this guy working with us.
Yeah.
And they had emails going back and forth, and all of a sudden he sends a full picture nude. Like, what
Yeah.
are you doing?
She was like 12.
yeah. It's
I
just-
went,
Yeah.
I went into that show thinking it was going to be let's rip Dan Schneider apart, and then by the end
Drake
of it,
said he had
I
nothing
was
but
like,
good things to say about
so he's
Dan
just
Schneider.
like a dick. I'm like, okay, but all these other guys are monsters.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Yeah.
And it makes you think about all the other ones that are out there because this was just what was happening inside Nickelodeon studios or
Yeah.
even the Dan Schneider studio because that might be its own studio itself.
Yeah.
He has
Well,
his
then
own
they
production
hired
company
him.
and everything,
They
you know?
hired him at Disney.
Yeah.
Yeah, all
So-
those guys have jobs now. They're all walking the street.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that guy did some jail time and then he got hired by Disney. But then they fired him when they realized. So
Yeah.
check it out. It's on Max.
that he diddled kids.
He diddled.
More
Yeah, he
than
did.
that.
just
It
diddled.
was bad. Yeah.
It's a shame, yeah.
You know who didn't diddle kids?
Who?
Frank Reynolds. He wasn't a diddler.
Reynolds.
It's Frank Reynolds.
Danny DeVito.
We'll be talking about him later.
Oh, right.
Frank Reynolds is his character in It's Always Sunny.
Oh, okay. I knew his name was Frank, I think,
Yeah.
but I didn't know his last name.
Anybody have anything else for
well-
this, or no? You want to talk about your music?
I brought it up. So, Brian, because you're back for the first time in a long time, I've been listening to a new album every day for the last 87
Like Connor.
days. Well, guess who gave Connor the idea?
Yeah.
It wasn't me. I decided this year I was going to expand my horizons on music, and not really expand my horizons. Just this is an app that gives me 1,001 albums you must hear before you die. Half of them are garbage. So I don't even remember where I left off last time. But I'll very quickly. I think I did Duran Duran, Public Image Limited, PIL.
I don't think you mentioned Duran Duran.
All right,
No.
Duran Duran, Rio,
Okay.
one
yeah.
of the best of all times.
I like that album.
Public Image Limit, PIL. That's Johnny
Johnny
Rotten's
Lydon,
band that
yeah.
he
Oh.
did after Sex Pistols. It was fine. It was
It's like
actually
a post-
not great.
It's like post-punkish kind
But there was like a whole it's 7 songs, and like one of the songs is just him being like, "Religions bring everybody down." I'm like, oh, dude, I'm like, put some music on. Adele 25. Now, I am not a gigantic Adele fan.
I couldn't tell you
But-
anything other than that "Hello" song
Well,
that she sings. That's the only one I know.
This is I don't think that's on this
No,
one.
that's like Rolling in the Deep, I think. Is
No,
on that
Rolling
one.
in Deep's like 19. This is Hello's the first song on this one. That was the only song I knew.
Oh, yeah.
And I gave this a 3. I was like, okay, I know
Out of 5,
better
right?
songs by her, but this
Yeah.
is not. Yeah,
It's out of 5.
Yeah.
No, I thought it was the other way around.
Yeah, so
I agree.
Rod Stewart, Every Picture Tells a Story, which I believe is Rod Stewart's
I like that song.
first soloish album. It was
Every
all the
Picture
guys.
Tells a Story,
It was all the guys from Faces, which is Jeff Beck and Ronnie Wood and those guys. But
It was like Faces, and then it was
contractually-
Small Faces,
Yeah.
or was it Small Faces and Faces? It was, either way, it worked. That's how the
It
band.
was
didn't know he was in a
weird
band.
contract thing that he couldn't call it Faces anymore. So they're just like, Rod Stewart? Okay, let's call it that.
Yeah, because Jeff Beck still played with him all
Yep.
those years. Yeah,
The Dictators.
good album.
Punk, Go Girl Crazy, great album. Divine Comedy.
Was that
fine.
Handsome Dick Manitoba from the Dictators? That's the singer.
And then today, yesterday, I got Darkness on the Edge of Town by Bruce Springsteen, which was, yeah, I know you don't like him. And this
What
was
songs?
like,
What's on that?
Badlands is the first song, and that was the only one that I was like, okay. I'm like, I
Oh.
like this song, and the rest was kind of like, eh.
Yeah.
Bruce was on the latest episode of Curb.
Oh, I didn't see that.
Oh, I gotta get caught
I'm
up.
like 2 or 3 episodes by
Bruce
Kurt.
Springsteen.
Yeah,
And then today I got,
it was so random, and he was like cursing and just.
I'm gonna give the album title. This is a Jason thing. Only maybe he gets it, maybe he doesn't. Another Music in a Different Kitchen.
Another Music in a Different Kitchen. I don't think I know that one now.
The Buzzcocks.
Yeah, I don't know their- I know of them, I don't know their
this
stuff,
was a
though,
good
yeah.
album. I give this a
That's
4.
that's
Like, it was
English
very
punk.
fun. Yes.
Yeah.
And very early English punk. This is like 74, 75. Like this is before the Sex
Yeah, that's
Pistols.
before
and stuff
I really
like
didn't
that.
get
Like,
into any of that. But I mean, I know of a few songs by them.
yeah,
And the
so-
singer just recently died.
Yes. In fact, I was looking them up because, of course, every time I listen to one of these albums, I'm on Wikipedia going like, so who are these guys and what
Yeah.
did he do? And I saw him like, he died in 2022. I'm like, Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
And the touring
I
still.
think
I'm
we
like,
talked-
with who?
They said it was possibly COVID he might have died from.
Oh,
I'm not sure.
that
Yeah.
I did not see. I mean, everybody died of COVID in 2020 so far, right? Isn't that what we all died from?
You know what I'm going to tell you, right?
Yeah, I do know. I'm just trying to make sure I don't have any other albums to talk about. Oh, yeah. Then there was Shakuram Nashar.
Who?
One of the Indian guys that George Harrison played with. I didn't even.
Ravi Shankar?
It's not him. No.
I have a few of Ravi Shankar
This was an
albums.
instrumental Indian thing. I was like, "You're making me listen to this. This is ridiculous." I gave it a 3 just because
Why would you give it a high
it's
score?
certainly not for me. But I could see people. It's.
I
very
like the
easy
sitar.
listening. It's okay.
I do like the sitar, but I mean, I don't know how long I would want to sit there and listen to
I
it.
grade
but-
this on the. Is this an album I needed to hear before I die? I did not, but it was fine.
Yeah.
So it gets a 3.
You know where else you should go before you die? Spreaker. Download, rate, subscribe, do all those fun things. We're the exciting and new podcast on all our socials. The Jazoo over there on Instagram and Jazoo74 over on Twitter. This has been the exciting and new mini podcast. I'm Jason.
AEGonzo1 on Twitter, AEGonzo1970 on Instagram. I'm Andy.
Dana Caps on TikTok, Dana Caps 77 on Instagram. I'm Dana.
And I'm Brian. Papa Bat Kitty.
Thank you.
Oh, wait. I got something for that.
Oh, wow.
I thought I had a clap.
That was just as bad as I used to
Oh
know.
my God, it's awesome. I'm so glad I did that for you, Brian.
Oh man, I thought you really did have something too. I was like, oh, this is
I thought I was clapping myself, and instead, it's like, oh, I can play the clap. I don't have the clap. Oh, sorry. I wish I had the clap for you.
That's all right.